Good morning, and welcome to this time of silent meditation. I'm Marge, a Unity in Lynnwood prayer chaplain, and I welcome all of you, whether you're here in our sanctuary or with us in our virtual sanctuary. So as you're sitting, just begin to relax in your chair or wherever you are sitting, and take a couple of really deep breaths. And just let go. As you're doing that, let go of the outside world and any responsibilities or cares or worries. And just relax and enjoy this time, this sacred time of meditation together. This is a time that we cherish, and this is a special morning because it's the first Sunday in Lent. So just begin to relax and let your breath go to your heart, which is the seat of all of silence and spirit. And know that people everywhere are meditating and praying with you around the world. And as we do our meditation this morning, let's include everyone all over the world along with us in this sacred space. Close your outer eyes if you haven't, and just relax and take the spirit of silence and loving kindness and healing with you into the silence. Slowly and gently bring yourselves back into this room and this time and this place. Just be gentle. Take some centering breaths and begin to just move a little bit in your chair wherever you're seated. And open your outer eyes. And know that as you leave this place this morning, you are beings of light. We are all beings of light. And we share that light out into our world, our personal world, out into the church, and out into the world, into the wider world. And we give thanks and are grateful for all of our wonderful volunteers that are here today to help make this service so special. And we give thanks for the music ministry and the ministry of the word. And we bless everybody that is here in the building and in our virtual community. And we take that blessing out into the wider world as we go and send our light out there for the entire planet in gratitude. And so it is.
prepared something today. Now that I see you're here. I'll play you in.
Together, heart and soul, as we love together. Young and old, we will sing together, together in one song. Come together. Different worlds, we are drawn together. In our own way, we can pray together. Together we are strong. I see God in you. You see God in me. One path, one vision, one family. Come together, dreams and hands, we will join together to build a place we can grow together. Together we are home.
I invite you to join with me in a time of reflection, a time of opening prayer. And if it feels right for you to do so, I invite you to gently close your eyes and take a breath with me. Let's center our hearts and our minds in the divine presence that surrounds us and resides within us. The one presence in the universe and in our lives, the source of all life and creation. We relax into the idea that it is this presence which gives rise to us, sustains us, and guides us through every moment of our existence. We recognize that we are not separate from this presence, but rather an expression of its infinite love and wisdom. And so we realize that we are enough. We are complete. We are whole. We are worthy of life's gifts. We find peace in the possibility that the divine essence within us is more than sufficient for all that lies before us. Yes, the divine presence within us is ample to meet the challenges we face, move through every obstacle, and step into an expanded expression of this life. We relax in this knowing, and together we take a breath. and so it is.
I see God in you. You see God in me. One path, one vision, one family. Come together, heart and soul, as we love together. Young and old, we will sing together, together in one song, together in one song, together in one song. Good morning, Unity in Lynnwood. It's great to see you. Thank you for being with us on another amazing Sunday morning. If you will stand as you are able and greet one another and maybe learn a few names while you're at it. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Good morning, dear souls. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so glad that you are joining us today, whether you're joining us online or whether you're gracing us with your presence here in our physical sanctuary. We just want you to know that we are so glad for the presence that you're sharing with us today. This is a great community right now. We are just chatting it up. I love this, all the connections being made. Whether this is your first time with us, or whether you tune in or you stroll in every Sunday, we want you to know that you are welcome from the time that you come through those doors or you join us online. My name is Urie, and I'm grateful to be your welcome host today, and I'm also grateful to be a longtime member of this Unity family. My hope is that our time together inspires you to know that you are the radiant light that fills this space. You are the ones who illuminate our time and our presence together. So thank you for that. Keep shining. My wish is that you feel the warmth of this community and that you know in a deeper way the love that resides within you and is here available for you at Unity in Lynnwood. Regardless of where you come from, your beliefs, your non-beliefs, your orientation, or your affiliations, please know that you are not only welcome, you belong. So, welcome home to Unity.
Okay. So So I'd like to take this opportunity to invite anyone who wants to join our Easter choir to register for March 10th. We'll start rehearsals, and then we will rehearse the 3 Sundays leading up to Easter. It's always a lot of fun. The truth I knew when I was 8. My dad swam the length of Spirit Lake. Yeah, it must have been 1,000,000 miles. This I knew was true. My mother sang while hanging clothes. Her notes weren't perfect, heaven knows. But heaven opened anyway. This I knew was true. Leaves don't drop, they just let go. And make a place for seeds to grow. And every season brings a change. A seed is what a tree contains. To die and live is life's refrain. I left her with some groceries. Said, check the oil and call me, please. She said, hey, you know, I'll be just fine. This I knew was true. Leaves don't drop, they just let go. And make a place for seeds to grow. Season brings a change. A seed is what a tree contains. To die and live is life's refrain. I've traveled through my history, from certainty to mystery. God speaks in rhyme and paradox. This I know is true. And finally, when my life is through, I'm what I am, not what I do. It comes down to you and your next breath. And this I know is true. Leaves don't drop, they just let go. And make a place for seeds to grow. And every season brings a change. A seed is what a tree contains. To die and live is life's refrain. Thank you so much. I have to give credit to this group, that the meter changes throughout that song. It's not the easiest, and they just pulled it together this morning. So, we're very fortunate, aren't we? Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Will you join me? Here I stand. Here I stand. My heart is here to serve. My heart is here to serve. Wherever love is leading me, wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go, I will go. Here I am. Here I am. Stand if you're able, it feels good. A vessel to be used. A vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand. Here I stand. My heart is here to serve. My heart is here to serve wherever love is leading me. Wherever love is leading me, I will go. I will go. I will go. I will go. Let's do it again. Sing out. Here I am. Here I am. A vessel to be used. A vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be. I will be. I will be. I will be. Let's sing this next one softer. Here I stand. Here I stand. My heart is here to serve. My heart is here to serve wherever love is leading me. Wherever love is leading me, I will go. I will go. I will go, I will go. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
So you have a decision to make, really. Am I one who claps, or am I one who doesn't clap? Let us entertain the grand and noble possibility for greater expression over lesser. Will you join me in acknowledging your amazing musicians by indeed clapping? Now, I don't know about you, but it is now crystal clear to me that I do indeed share space with people who make decisions. Welcome to Unity in Lynnwood. If you're a member of our virtual audience this morning, welcome to Unity in Lynnwood. Please identify your geography, drop a first name. Marlene in Arlington, Texas, Karen Breen James in Poulsbo, William, Tammy Dale, the Montez family, Ursula, Judy, Debs in South Jersey, and so many more. We welcome you this morning. If you're a member of our physical sanctuary this morning and you desire to join me in expressing welcome to those in our virtual sanctuary, do so by turning toward this apparatus and speaking as I do, we see you. We see a high and noble truth of you. We see the divine potential of you. Indeed, we see that Christ essence of you. We welcome you this morning. And so it is. For the second week, we are pleased to announce a new program available to those of you in our virtual sanctuary. Every gathering will find you in the presence of one of our trained prayer chaplains. If you would like to pray during your time together with us, stand by for further instructions. Your prayer chaplain on duty today in social mediaville is Dana Consuelo. Dana, where are you this morning? There she is. Dana, thank you for answering that call. Unity in Lynnwood is a giving organization. A portion of your purchases in the gift shop, for example, this month will be given to an organization called Take the Next Step. Now, Take the Next Step was created to provide a reliable list of available resources for all neighbors in need. This is one way that Unity in Lynnwood supports in meaningful ways its greater community. Today, 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, which I know means something very different to our virtual audience. I struggle to travel east and west personally, so I will trust you to figure out what that means to you. 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 40 days, Let Go, Let God, a virtual booklet study. It begins today. It will conclude on March 31st. It was Charles Fillmore, Unity co-founder, who suggested that for Lent, rather than relinquishing something in the outer, that we embark upon something of an inner process, that the relinquishment could be as simple as something of a negative belief pattern. In this pamphlet study, you will have daily lessons, Bible verses. We will practice affirmations together. This will be facilitated by Nancy Merrill and licensed Unity teacher Barbara Thorpe. Nancy, that people might have a face for any questions, would you self-identify, please? Thank you for doing that, Nancy. We are grateful for you. Practical spirituality. Do you mean this could be useful in my daily life? I hope so. Practical spirituality, welcoming community. But do you know about my past? I don't care. You're welcome here. You're welcome here. Today I offer the 6th supporting statement, and it reads as follows: we welcome people. This is really my favorite of the statements because it begins, we welcome people. 3 of my favorite words. We welcome people from all geographies, all spiritual traditions, and from no spiritual tradition whatsoever into every activity of our community. I quite love that. Take our words of invocation in the manner best suited to you today. You're welcome to listen, to read along, whether exuberantly or prayerfully. And the words chosen for today read, though imaged and named variously, there is a singular and eternal ground of being from which all life emanates and into which all life retreats. We choose to call this ground of being God. By extension, we come to understand that we are spiritual in nature, human in expression, and limitless in potential. We gather today to remember such truths, to celebrate our unity, and to honor all life. So everybody knows you're supposed to give up something for Lent. And if you're like me, the first thing that comes to mind is chocolate. Now, it's not because chocolate is a big deal to me. For me, giving up chocolate would be like giving up Nicolas Cage movies or Glamour magazine or okra. In other words, for me, it really wouldn't be a big deal. The first thing that comes to mind is chocolate because, well, I'm giving up chocolate for Lent is nothing less than a cultural cliche. And for many of us, this 40-day journey, if you will, it carries overtones that goes something like this. We give up something for Lent because we are guilty. Did anyone grow up with that one? And so it is that I would launch this Lenten season by inviting you to consider that original sin is fundamentally one construct of early church patriarchs who would leverage matters of piety to ends of power and politic. Now let's pause for a moment right there, because when I say that original sin is fundamentally one construct of early church patriarchs, it's not because I want men to feel guilty. It's because where we have been and where we are and where we're going are, in a sense, bound together. When we deny what was, we tend to distort what is and to delay what might be. So original sin is fundamentally one construct of early church patriarchs. It is antagonistic to the tone of the Judeo-Christian tradition, and I might suggest to common sense itself. You were not born tainted and tossed upon some obstacle course of sensory temptation that you might struggle and strain to re-earn God's favor before you die. You do not have to earn God any more than the fish has to earn the water in which it swims. You don't have to earn God any more than the bird has to earn the air upon which it soars. You do not have to be better for God. You do not have to be more for God. You do not have to be holier for God. The water does what the water has always done. The water says, I've been here all along. Are you ready to float? The air does what the air has always done. The air says, I've been here all along. Are you ready to soar? God does what God has always done. God says, I've been here all along. Are you ready to live? You are not here to establish your identity. You see, you are simply here to say yes or to say no to your identity. It is an important choice, I can quite promise you. As we tend to say every Sunday, there is a single ground of all beingness, and we call that ground of all beingness God. You are of it because it can be no other way. And it is of you because it can be no other way. In such a light, the heretical and arrogant thought isn't that the ground of all beingness would include everyone. The heretical and arrogant thought is that the ground of all beingness would exclude anyone. In a more traditional setting, I might say the same thing this way. God has loved you since before you knew yourself to be you. This has never changed. This will never change. This can never change. I might say that God has a refrigerator door. and that your picture hangs right in the middle of it, tucked between Polaroids of Hank Aaron and Mother Teresa, Gandhi, Bach, and Buddha. And while we're at it, let it be said that Jesus did not die some 2,000 years ago because of something you did wrong last week. Jesus died some 2,000 years ago because his vision for a kingdom of heaven stood in direct tension with his experience of a kingdom of Caesar. This was a social order in which the functional enslavement of a marginalized many served the glorious opulence of a powerful few. Now, this substitutionary sacrifice idea, as it's called, is just another later construct of that same patriarchal political machine in which power and politic and piety were bound one to the other. And for many of us, this period of preparation carries overtones that go something like this. No hand raising, please. We give up something for Lent because we are flawed. Somebody mouthed bad in the back of the room. Sure. And so it is, yet again, that I would launch this Lenten season by inviting you to consider that your incarnation isn't tantamount to you or having somehow fallen from God. God, again, not some moody man on a cloud, but that ground of all beingness has never been withheld from you, will never be withheld from you, yet again, can never be withheld from you. The fall from God can't be found in the Genesis narrative, and the fall from God can't be found in you. Would you like to hear that again? So, maybe if we have to give up something for Lent, maybe we give up this mass low self-esteem crisis that comes from such flawed and outdated theologies. I have to wonder if this deeply seated paradigm of a flawed nature might be central to some of the problems we face today. I have to wonder that. I'm asking the question, how might our world be different if we raised youth in the paradigm that they are inherently lovable and infinitely capable? How might our world look different if we raised our youth in a paradigm that affirmed them to be inherently lovable and infinitely capable? How might our world look different? We've become like the proverbial circus elephant who spends his life walking in circles around some spindly peg because he has been trained to believe not in the power of his massive leg, but in that thin string that dangles around it. And yet when we look around, it is clear that lives of undeniable beauty and light, lives of irrefutable evolution and transformation have been lived by wildly imperfect people. from George Washington to Billie Holiday, Malcolm X, their contributions to our world were not born of their perfection, but of their audacity. When we look around, it's clear that great souls aren't great souls because they are pious and perfect. Great souls are great souls because they are ostentatious and audacious. Their contributions to our world arose not because they glorified their lowest impulses despite their grandest capacities, but because they glorified their grandest capacities despite their lowest impulses. Now, I have to tell you, I will admit, I've never been Catholic, and yet I have always been fascinated with the sacrament of confession. It seems to me, it would feel so good once in a while to just own it, to name it, to speak it aloud at those moments that those lowest impulses come out to play in my world. And in that, I've often entertained just what a unity confessional might look like. I mean, I can agree, it would feel so good to be let off the hook from time to time. But maybe in a unity confessional, we would recognize that we're the only ones who put ourselves on those hooks in the first place. It would feel great to be absolved from time to time. But maybe in a unity confessional, we would recognize that we tend to be the ones who issue the condemnations in the first place. Maybe that's how a unity confessional would look. So everybody knows you're supposed to give up something for Lent. And let me say that I think there's valuable conversation to be had about the stuff and things of this world. After all, to forego certain stuff and things of this world as a challenge to that egoic belief that it just can't survive without that person, without that circumstance, without that thing, the newer, the larger, the grander, whatever it is, that is a profound and powerful wake up exercise. As I've said so many times before, from the spiritual perspective, we own nothing. You see, in a world that celebrates acquisition and applauds ownership, you can practically hear the theme song rising, "The more, the better," is the chorus. We own nothing. At best, we are the honorary caretakers of the stuff and things of this world. We are the honorary caretakers of the people of this world. You are the honorary caretaker of the soul who sits to your right this morning. You are the honorary caretaker of the soul who sits to your left this morning. Indeed, I would say that you are the honorary caretaker of the souls before you, souls behind you this morning. The moment you start to think that you are the owner of your children your spouse, your parents, everybody look out. Everybody look out. Look out. So the world's myth is really an egoic trap in a sense. The world's myth is an egoic trap. You cannot win because the stuff and things of this world are nothing more than transient teaching toys on a playground shared by souls doing soul work. It is only the consciousness acquired that we keep when a game ends and we move forward to a new playground. So absolutely, I think there is valuable conversation to be had about the stuff and things of this world, but it is a conversation about right relationships, not inherent guilts or innate flaws. So in the end, let the encouragement of this morning be that you embark upon these 40 days of whatever it takes to get from old life to new life, because that's what it is. Not in a spirit of recompense for some inherent guilt or innate flaw, but in a spirit of thanksgiving. Embark upon this 40 days in a spirit of thanksgiving for the audacious possibilities of God in you, for the audacious capacities of God through you. It was our friend, John Shelby Spong. Many of you will remember his presence in this very sanctuary not so long ago. It was our friend, the Bishop John Shelby Spong, who made the same suggestion by saying that while humanity has spent the past 2,000 years looking backward and contemplating the notion that the divine would express as human, we have to spend the next 2,000 years looking forward and accepting the necessity that the human might express as divine. So if you want to give up chocolate for Lent, I say give it up. But before you do that, wrap it up nice and tight in every lowly opinion the world has offered you, whether through a parent or a teacher, a spouse, a fear, every lowly opinion about your value, about your capacities, about the immense light you carry. Wrap it up nice and tight in every false humility that keeps you playing small in our world. Wrap it up nice and tight in every regret you carry in the spaces of your soul, in the fibers of your physicality. Every regret you carry for doing the best you knew how to do at the time. And then, and only then, give it a toss. Take a deep breath, please. I love you quite a lot. I love you quite a lot. For a few minutes of deeper reflection, quiet contemplation, let us consider closing those outer eyes as we often do. And let's take a deep breath together. Let's begin perhaps simply by acknowledging what a gift it is to stop. In this place, in this moment, I get to stop. Thank God. Thank God I get to stop. Let's begin perhaps by acknowledging the immense gift of being safe together in great love. And we breathe again. In a sense, we allow the physicality of us to soften, to slow. And in so doing, we become available for that God of our being a felt experience that would defy words. It is into that suggestion that I give myself today. Construct of 40 speaks to a journey of transformation. What might that mean to me this season? If there is indeed an old life that is completing, what might that mean? If there is indeed a new life longing to be revealed, what might that mean? And what if that journey delights not in small thoughts and low expectations, but what if that journey delights in those audacious and ostentatious possibilities of God in me? Maybe we bring this time of reflecting, this time of listening to a close with the same words with which we begin, then here I stand, a vessel to be used. Let me close this point in our morning simply by speaking together. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is.
With our deepest gratitude, we extend our appreciation to each and every one of you who continually invests in the spirit of unity in Lynnwood. Your commitment through acts of service, creative contributions, and your regular financial support sustains this community. As Maya Angelou once said, I have found that among its other benefits, giving liberates the soul of the giver. Your generosity transcends mere transactions here at Unity in Lynnwood. Your giving is a vessel of support for our spiritual home now and into the future. On your screen, you'll find various avenues for giving, and whether you're interested in regular giving, planned giving, or leaving a legacy, we invite you to connect directly with Dr. Richard for more information. To our esteemed members of our Givers Circle, we extend a heartfelt thank you for your steadfast support. Thank you to each and every one of you for your profound difference you make with your contributions. Let us now affirm together as it appears on our screen. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say that we rest in God and say amen.
Well, we always have some great things going on here at Unity in Lynnwood, and I want to highlight a few of those happenings. But before I do that, I want to say hello to anyone who might be visiting us for the first time. And if you are newer, we just want you to know that we have a gift for you, which is an undated copy of the Daily Word. The Daily Word is a Unity Worldwide publication that's been around for 100 years now, and it's just chock full of daily inspirations and encouragements for you, and you can come and get a copy of that back at the Welcome Information Station after the service from me, or you can come and pick one up from Marion in our Soul Things bookstore and gift shop. And also, you might want to orient yourself to the resources in the chair back in front of you. Lots of things to peruse here that may help you orient to our community. So if you are newer today, we would love to recognize you with a round of applause. Would you just put your hand in the air? Anyone new today? Yeah, nice to see you. It was great to meet you earlier. Yeah. We're so thankful for anyone who walks through the doors the first time. I was just telling you guys this morning that I did that about 20 years ago. Kept coming back. Third Sundays are Givers Circle Sunday. Consistent financial support provides helpful data for our Board of Trustees. The invitation here is essentially we give to this community to support its ongoing operations. And the invitation in our giver circle is essentially to make that giving consistent. Whatever it is that you may give and whatever frequency you might give it by, whether that be weekly, every other week, monthly, or whatever frequency might work for you, the invitation is essentially that you do that consistently and you mark, this is what I'm going to do, and then provide that information for us so that we can rely on that information going forward. So you are welcome to join our Givers Circle, and we're thankful for all the gifts given. Please consider the offerings of UIL's small group and interfaith ministries as they appear on your screen. In addition to next week's third act lunch and men's group meetings, March's women's group will feature a vision board workshop. Bring some color magazines if you have any and plan to stay until noon. Please pre-register, space is limited. And please consider joining UIL member Gail Piper on next Sunday, February 25th at 12:30 for her report on her medical mission to Honduras in November of last year. Flyers are available at the Welcome and Information Station. And Unity's prayer class. Tuesdays, March 12th through April 16th at 7 p.m., Unity Minister Reverend Eric Butterworth said, "When we are stuck in our stuff, the way out is the way in." Unity was founded on affirmative prayer, a prayer form that recognizes and claims one's divine nature and expansive potential. Whether you want to live a better life or become a prayer chaplain, this class is a first step. Explore and practice affirmative prayer, learn your divine abilities and how to claim them in your prayer practice, build your faith and your acceptance of yourself as a divine being.
Again, I'm confused. I'm confused. Will you help me? I have to decide. When it comes to the noble ministry of Mr. Urie, are you clappers or not clappers?
And if you've enjoyed Dr. Richard's message today, are you a clapper or not?
Well played. Well played. I would invite those prayer chaplains in service to us today to stand and to remain standing, to join me for something of a closing prayer ritual. If you would like to enter into a practice of prayer with one of these noble, noble souls, I can quite assure you, you will be glad you did. You'll be glad you did. Seek Marge or Colleen following the service. In their respective geographies, they would be honored to pray with you. Now, for those people, Dana, I missed, and Dana. My apologies, Dana. If you participate in Giver Circle, I want to highlight a pre-COVID. Please stay standing. You're going to join me in a closing prayer, but you'll also stand awkwardly while I just say random things. A pre-COVID ritual. There is a bowl of blue stones in the lobby. If you are a member of the Giver's Circle, which means maybe when a basket passes you, there is no activity called upon from you, you may grab a blue stone. If you would like to participate in the giving ritual, thereby reminding yourself of the spiritual content of the giving and receiving principle, please do so. Grab a blue stone, hold it. When the basket passes, you get to participate. Put your stone in the basket. Oh, yeah, there it is. We will close with that same discipline with which we began today. We call it prayer. It matters not what you call it. Take a deep breath. Let us simply consider the possibility Let's consider that audacious and ostentatious suggestion that there is a limitless potential alive at the very heart of you, that indeed it is the very source of you. It is that which gives rise to the you-ness of you. A limitless, creative, unfolding, ever new impetus. Said in the words of Mr. Urie, we close by entertaining the noble idea that that which is within me is ample to that which is before me. I stand in this on your behalf. You're surrounded with prayer chaplains affirming this on your behalf. If you're a member of our virtual audience and you'd like to continue this conversation, just write prayer@unityinlynnwood.org. They will happily join you by telephone. What a gift it is to be together, dear friends. What a privilege it is to be together in the company of noble souls. I close with words of gratitude for each of you. Yet again, for the immense privilege of, as I like to say, basking in the noble depths of you, baby. I close by saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Let us bring this morning to a semicolon, as we always do, with sung words of blessing, sung words of farewell.
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on.
You have an Easter choir here, you know. I mean, they're good. They're good. If you would like to join me, let me give you a bit of an affirmation to carry forth into your week, a bit of a Lenten affirmation. If you desire to stand, you're welcome to stand. I see all three of you did that. Thank you. I'm so glad that my idea was compelling. And let us simply hearken back to the words of our sing-along by saying, I stand for the audacious and ostentatious possibilities of God in me. For the audacious and ostentatious possibilities of God in me. Now, if we put it all together, it sounds something like this. Don't worry, I'm here to help. I stand for the audacious and ostentatious possibilities of God in me. There is a new Lenten affirmation for you. Please learn 3 new names as you exit this room and make your way to something I understand is quite a delicious coffee.